Good morning and welcome to G More Life. Today we're going to be doing some preventative maintenance on this gooseneck livestock trailer. We got about a 14-hour round trip coming up in a few days, and we're going to be picking up a rescue horse. And I want to make sure we're not going to have any issues on the road or help prevent any issues. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of preventive stuff. I'm going to be pulling the wheels and taking a quick look at the bearings and the brakes. So hang out with me and come help me do some maintenance. There's several ways of going about getting your wheels off these trailers. You can use a floor jack or another jack. What I prefer to do is use these ramps, or you can even use a block of wood, but drive up on it and it'll help lift up the other axle and clear that, so you can work on that wheel. I got ramps on either side, so I'm going to go and get this in place and just drive up on the ramp and get these wheels off the ground, and we'll take them off, take a look at them. Alrighty, looks like we got it up there. It's a little crooked, but it's fully on there, so I feel safe doing this. So, all right, let's take a look at this, see what we got here. It's got just a tad bit of slack. I might consider tightening it up. I don't hear anything unusual. We'll take it off there and take a look at it here in a little bit. Let's go around the other side. All right, so it's on the left side. See what we got over here. About the same, nothing really to worry about. Here's some stuff rattling around inside the cap here, but nothing too concerning. And I just noticed something. I don't know if it's always been that way or not, but I just noticed that my two back wheels, the brake electrical wires have been snipped and taped off. I don't know if the guy, we had this repainted a few years ago. I don't know if it was done that way or not. I'll take a look at it. Looks like the front ones are still connected. But that's interesting. It wasn't something I did. All right. Alrighty, I got an extension with a 13/16 impact. My impact wrench here. We'll just go and zip it off of here. Nuts are kind of rusty and are sticking in my tool here. Lug nuts, I mean. All right, get rid of that noise. Well, I think I'll take this cap off. All right, see if we can remove this wheel cap. I want to get in here and take a look, just see what it looks like. We can just move this rubber piece and get into the grease cert in here. It's been a while since I greased them. I've actually forgot that I could actually grease them. So I need to get a little bit better on my maintenance on this trailer, but I don't use it that often. Like I said, we can take this off, we can get to the grease cert, or we can just take this cap off. We can just, yeah, it came out pretty easy. All right, that's what it looks like. The grease is looking kind of so-so in there. Lock, it is locked. I wonder if I should tighten that up a little bit. I think I'm just gonna fill it with grease and leave it be. I don't know if I really want to tighten that up. So I got my grease gun here. I want to watch it push the grease out a little bit, and then we'll put the cap back on and finish greasing it. There we go. See the grease coming out around the edges there. That's what I wanted to see. All right, I think I'll put that cap back on before I make a big mess out here on the ramp. I don't know how my cap got dented there. Okay. I think I'll put just a little bit more in there. Ain't gonna do it any good to have a lot of grease out here. You know what? I think I'll stop there. I can see that down in there the grease has come out pretty good, so we'll call that good. Did it tighten it up any? I hear that brake dragging a little bit. All right. Stick this back on there. I think we'll call this good. I'm gonna move around to the other side and see what it looks like. All right, before I move it around to the other side, I was taking a closer look at my brakes here. And like I said, the brake electrical wires were cut. But I got to looking back here, and I don't know how well it's going to show up. We got this conduit pipe that the brake wires run down through, and I was looking here at the suspension. If you'll look right here, you can see like it's a round circle on that suspension. What my guess is, it flexed enough and got up here and hit the end of the pipe here and just cut the wires. So I don't think it was deliberately cut. I think there was a design flaw when they built the trailer, and it causes a cut. I looked at the front ones here, and the pipe is bent on those, but it's not cutting them. So I'm going to have to investigate and see if I can do something about that. The wire comes from up here, runs down through the conduit, goes back here near that suspension, and like I said, it looks like the suspension has flexed up in there from this spot that I can see there and cut the wire. It's that way on both sides, so I'm going to see if I can repair that. I may not be able to run it down through that conduit, so we'll take a look at that. Well, as I was saying about the brakes over there on the other side. If I was going to right now, I would just go on and take this stuff out of the center and try to grease from here, but this thing's actually in the way. Try to get the rubber cap out very easily. So since I've already got it up, it's easier to just take it off. And I'm thinking I might be going on and trying to fix these brakes. I do still have the front brakes, and we're not too worried about it. We're pulling with 3500 and only 1 horse this time. Sorry, got a piece of gravel or something in there. I'm just gonna knock these caps off so we can see the grease. I'm gonna have to refill my grease gun probably here in a minute. There we go. Let's go and turn that a little bit. Nice. Stick this back in there. And what do I do with my hammer? There it is. Spend half my time looking for tools. I've been looking at the brake wires, and I think I want to go on and try to fix it. However, I can't get my grinding wheel back there to cut that conduit weld loose from the frame so I can reposition it and keep the wires inside the conduit. So I'm going to see if I can take a hammer and a chisel and see if I can knock it loose and reposition it a little bit. Then I'll break out my welder, do a little spot weld, and then I'll see if I can run the wire back through the conduit. If I have to run a little extension to increase the length of the wires, I'll do that too. And see if we can do that. Well, I'm going to run another idea by you. Since I couldn't pry it off there, can't get to my grinder on it. Couldn't chisel it off really very easily. I think I'm going to take and see if I can get a drill back here. Drill a hole here on the top. And since it's already been up right here, we don't know that's probably as high as it's going to go. So I'll drill a hole here and see if I can run my wire out through that. So I can have most of my conduit protecting my wire and just have it up here on top. That way we know that the suspension still can't get up here and hit it. So we know it's in a good place. So let me see if I can drill a hole in that and be in business. All right, as you can see by the top of my head, the sun's starting to hit me, and I had to reposition the camera. I'll see if I can get it in here decent. I'm going to take the drill, not quite as big a bit as I want. I'm going to see if I can start it with this and move up to a bigger bit. See if I can get a better picture in here. Oops. All right, let's see if this 3/8 inch drill bit's gonna be big enough to get in there. Let's see how those wires fit. It looks pretty good. All right, I'm gonna go on and see if I can go and get these stripped and ready to be spliced. It'd be easier to do it while it's out here than while it's up behind there. So I'm gonna just trim just the tips of these off just a little bit because they're messed up. Strip that one. Strip that one. See if these are the right size. Alrighty, I got some 32,000 safety wire. I'm gonna see if I can run this down through the pipe from the top because I already tried a while ago going up to the bottom here and the kink, it wouldn't go very well. So let's see if we can run it down from the top. And once I get down here close, see if I can reach in there with my needle nose. And pull it. Whoop. Let's see it. And where's my needle nose? There they are. Got it? All right, now that I've got it, let's see if I can grab the two wires. I'm gonna twist them together here just a little bit. And I'm gonna stick a little hook on here. And that's the wipe going somewhere on the ATV. And it looks like that's going to come undone. Twist them together a little bit more. Pull on my wire. See if I can feed it. Okay, should be getting close. And there we go. Voila. Got the wires up through there. Now I just gotta get this off of here and put a couple of splices on here. Trims, it's in there. See if I can get it crimped. one's trimmed in there and crimped. I think I'll go and stick me a little tape around it. It's gonna be hard to run tape around, but see if I just strip me off a piece here. Trim just a little bit of that off. Grab another splice. Go and crimp it on here. Alrighty, I've got my lovely wife, and she's going to get in the truck and go on and get ready here. You guys switched on? Okay. All right, I'm going to rotate my wheel, and she's going to gradually engage the brake controller up there. Go ahead and start engaging it a little bit. Oh, I hear it engaging. It's starting to slow down a little bit. Keep going. And all right, it locked up. That's good. All right, so the brakes are working. She was gradually applying the brake controller up there. That it started engaging the brake, and even before she got fully engaged, it got where I couldn't turn it by hand. So at least I know the brake is working. And for those people that don't know what I was talking about, the brake controller, I'm going to not start the truck, but turn the switch on here. It says trailer connected. And we have a factory installed brake controller down here. And what I was doing, just in squeezing it and engaging it. And as you can see up here on the dash, when you start squeezing it, you can start seeing increments of how much pressure you're applying to the brakes. So that's what we're testing, just making sure it works. And it works the same thing with the, when I put my foot on the brake, you're gonna see the brake controller starting to apply pressure to the brakes. Well, let's go and get this tire mounted back on here. And let's see what we got. Where's my tire? Should be tight. I'll move everything around to the other side. One other thing I decided I was going to do with these brakes before I get too far is I'm going to go on underneath and adjust them a little bit. I want to get them all about the same tightness. I want them where they're just about to drag a little bit, and that way they don't have so much more to travel, so they all work about the same. So let's hop around here and I'll show you how that's done. Okay, what you're looking at, we're underneath the trailer, and this is that same back wheel. And right here behind this plug is, I'll just go and pull it out. I've already had it out, but you pull it out And you take a brake tool or a screwdriver, and there's a little wheel, a barrel in there with little cogs on it that you either go one way or the other and tighten them up. And I already know that for this one, if I spin it that way by putting my thing underneath it and rotating it upwards, it starts tightening up. So I've got just a little bit. You can kind of hear it hitting every now and then. So I'm going to crease it a little bit more and make it a little harder for me to turn the wheel. Yep. See me tighten up a little bit more and I'll show you. All right, now you hear it. It's really starting to drag. So I'm gonna back it back off just a little bit. Just barely catching every now and then. And I think that's about where I want it. Let me try it one more time. I'm gonna put it a little bit tighter again, see what it sounds like. That's probably a little too much. I'm gonna back it back off. And that'll probably clean up just a little bit. So I think I'm gonna leave it just like that. And I'm gonna adjust all of them that way because I think I've been running for a while and just the front brakes, and they might be worn more in the back brakes. So I want to get them all adjusted about the same. One of the things I want to talk about while we're under here is, take a look on your trailer so often. Check your boards, make sure they're not too rotten or anything. You don't want a horse or livestock falling through the floor. We've replaced the boards on this a few years ago. Actually, the wife did with some cypress, and then she coated it with motor oil. That's one of the ways to keep them from rotting. But I'll show you what we're looking for around here. All right, so just take a look at your boards. Check along the edges, make sure it's not rotten or anything. We have stall mats that are screwed down on the top side, so I can't really ever see from the top side without having to remove the stall mat. So it's best just to look under here, make sure nothing looks like it's starting to rot or anything, and that way you don't injure an animal. And this is a good little point right here. You see these little bars here? That is a livestock cattle panel that we laid on top of the boards, and then we put the rubber mats on top of that. I'll take you on top side in a second. But that allows air and everything underneath it to help maybe keep the boards from rotting. All right, as I was saying underneath, this mat needs replaced. It's torn, but what I was trying to tell you, see, that's a livestock panel that we put on top of the boards to give it an air gap to keep it from help with the rotting and everything. And also the ribs, these ribs right here, you can actually, when you're a cow or something, got enough weight, you can actually feel that right there, and it gives you a little grip so you don't slip as easy. So it gives them little treads almost from underneath the mat. So just a little tip. Okay, so that's pretty much what I was wanting to check. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other axle, but I won't have to, hopefully I won't have to repair the brakes wires or anything. Those, just have to find it like that. But it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to pull the wheels and grease them and take a look at the bearings kind of as I'm doing it. Just make sure it's pushing it through real good. And it's just the same thing over again, so I'm not going to bore you with that. This video is getting a little longer than what I wanted to, plus my camera's getting low on battery. So anyhow, if you like this video, like and subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, please put them down below. And as always, thank you for watching.